After Wang Meng and Fu Jian defeated the Yan dynasty, the population and territory of the Qing dynasty greatly increased, making it the largest power in the Central Plains region. Only the Han Chinese regime of Eastern Jin in the south could confront it. Starting a business is hard, but maintaining it is even harder. This is the wisdom gained by ancient people over thousands of years of history. In Wang Meng's eyes, helping an ethnic minority emperor rule a multi-ethnic great power that had developed in such a short time was an even more daunting historical task. The internal power struggle of the Sima clan for central control of the court sparked the War of the Eight Princes during the Western Jin dynasty, which provided an opportunity for ethnic minorities to participate in power struggles in the Central Plains region. Each ethnic minority leader, when establishing their regime, first promoted Sinicization education among their people. This mainly involved establishing schools and inviting Han Chinese scholars to teach Confucian classics. This helped children from their ethnic group to be exposed to traditional Chinese culture from an early age, gradually leading the entire ethnic group away from primitive and barbaric customs. Wang Meng is a Han Chinese who, from a young age, received a deep education in Confucian virtues such as loyalty, filial piety, benevolence, and righteousness. He grew up in a society where multiple ethnic groups coexisted. He possesses a broad mind and lofty ambitions. Wang Meng deeply understands that the new Qin dynasty can only unite multiple ethnic groups and collectively overcome backwardness, poverty, and prevent war by vigorously promoting the core of traditional Chinese culture, centered around filial piety. The Xianbei tribe of the Murong clan and the Jia tribe of the Zhao state, led by Shi Hu, had been hostile to each other for decades, harboring deep-seated enmity. Later, Murong Jun, the Xianbei emperor of Yan, came to rule the Hebei region. By this time, Shi Hu had been dead for 10 years. However, one day, Murong Jun dreamed that Shi Hu was gnawing at his arm. Enraged, Murong Jun dispatched people to dig up Shi Hu's tomb, only to find it empty. He then offered a reward to find a Han woman named Li Tuesday. With Li Tu's guidance, Murong Jun finally discovered the whereabouts of Shi Hu's corpse. After whipping the corpse, hurling insults, and venting his hatred, Murong Jun threw Shi Hu's body into the Zhang River. When Wang Meng led the Qin army to destroy the Yan kingdom, he was about to execute the Han woman Li Tu, who had disclosed the whereabouts of Shi Hu's corpse, and then gave Shi Hu a proper burial. Shi Hu was a tyrant, and desecrating his tomb and whipping his corpse was a common practice in the nomadic culture. Even Lu Yuan, the founding emperor of the Han Zhao dynasty, and his son Lu Xong, Emperor Wu of Han, had their tombs dug up and their corpses insulted. However, such barbaric actions and attitudes towards the deceased were intolerable even to an ordinary Han person, let alone Wang Meng, who was deeply influenced by Confucian virtues of loyalty, filial piety, benevolence, and righteousness. During the chaotic era of the 16 kingdoms, Wang Meng could only employ precise and vigorous methods to promote his cultural reform movement aimed at changing customs and habits. Do not do to others what you would not want done to yourself is the essence of Confucian thought and the simplest and most basic moral standard of democracy. When you do something to others, have you ever considered whether it would cause harm to you if they did the same thing to you? If you would feel hurt, would you still do it? All people living in traditional Chinese culture society are unwilling to have their ancestors' graves desecrated, nor do they desecrate the graves of others' ancestors. This is what constitutes a civilized society. The clever Wang Meng ingeniously utilized the execution of the Han woman Li Tu, followed by the proper burial of Shi Hu, to widely educate people of various ethnicities, thereby initiating a cultural and customary reform movement. Filial piety is the foremost of all virtues, and traditional Chinese culture revolves around this principle. Anyone who harbors filial feelings towards their parents at home will naturally possess benevolence towards others in society. In life, filial piety to one's parents is of utmost importance. Even when parents have passed away, their children will forever cherish their memory. Xingzi said, handling the death of parents with care and remembering distant ancestors will naturally cultivate honest and loyal citizens. Qingming Festival, observed between April 4th and 6th each year, is a traditional Chinese holiday for worshipping ancestors and sweeping tombs. This ancient practice of commemorating ancestors has a history of over 2,500 years. The children follow their parents to the graves of their ancestors, placing offerings that their ancestors enjoyed in life. They bow respectfully, expressing their reverence. As the children listen to their father recounting the stories of their ancestors and the origins of the family, it brings them closer to both their ancestors and their family lineage. As the children grow older, they repeat the actions of their fathers. Thus, the stories of a family are passed down from generation to generation, never ceasing. In this way, Chinese culture has endured for generations. In the year 375, in the month of June, Wang Meng fell ill. Fu Jian personally prayed for Wang Meng's recovery and dispatched attendants to pray at famous mountains and rivers. When Wang Meng's condition improved, Fu Jian was overjoyed and ordered the release of prisoners in the jails, excluding those sentenced to death. Wang Meng wrote a memorial stating, "I never imagined your majesty would suffer a loss of virtue because of my insignificant existence as a humble servant. Since the creation of heaven and earth, such a thing has never occurred. This truly makes me both grateful and uneasy. I have heard that the best way to repay kindness is through frank remonstrance. Please allow me to offer my sincere advice with my precarious life. Wise rulers throughout history have known that founding a dynasty is difficult, but preserving it is even harder. I earnestly hope your majesty will take them as examples, and then the world will be fortunate indeed." In July, seeing Wang Meng's critical condition, Fu Jian hurriedly inquired about his wishes. Wang Meng opened his eyes, looked at Fu Jian, and said, "Although the Jin dynasty is located in the remote south, it is the legitimate successor of the Han Chinese civilization. Moreover, the court and the people are harmonious and stable. After my death, your majesty must not seek to extinguish the Jin dynasty. The Xianbei and Western Chang tribes, although subdued, still harbor rebellious intentions. They are enemies of our country and will sooner or later become a threat. They should be gradually eradicated for the benefit of the nation." With that, he ceased breathing. Fu Jian mourned and wept bitterly 3 times at Wang Meng's coffin. He said to his crown prince, "Fu Hong, heaven doesn't want me to unify the world. Why did it take away my Wang Meng so soon?" Subsequently, Wang Meng was solemnly buried, and he was posthumously honored with the title, Wu Ho, Marquis of Martial Virtue. The cries of sorrow echoed throughout the Qin kingdom, lasting for 3 days without cease. In the following 6 months, Emperor Xuanzadi Fu Jian faithfully followed Wang Meng's teachings and conscientiously handled state affairs. He focused on expanding Confucian education and caring for the hardships of the people, both of which yielded significant results. After Wang Meng's passing, Fu Jian annihilated the 2 major powers in the north, former Liang and Dai, achieving complete unity in the northern regions. In the year 383 AD, the renowned general of former Qin, Lu Guang, defeated the 36 kingdoms of the western regions, incorporating them into the territory of former Qin. Thus, former Qin reached its zenith.